This video is specially prepared for the Spooky Stories channel. It happened when I was 9 years old. I watched scary videos on TV and spent half the night lying in bed, afraid of the dark corners of the room. We had a cat then, but I wasn't interested in that. And imagine my horror when at 9 years old, two glowing eyes looked at you from the wardrobe and ran away into the darkness. I didn't sleep all night then, and for the rest of my life, I was afraid of that damn wardrobe. Well, what can I say, it's probably a childhood trauma. Now I'm 12, and although I understand that it was the cat, the shudder from that wardrobe and the darkness in which I was afraid to see those eyes did not leave me until morning. I want to tell a story that literally happened that night. When I decided to face my fear again, ironically, I noticed something strange on the top shelf, as if something darker than darkness was staring at me, and then crawled away into the darkness. I think I experienced the same thing that I experienced when I was 9. I wouldn't have been scared of a cat, she's white, and I would have seen her, but what was on the wardrobe? This thing was definitely either a hallucination or something worse.
Are you keeping a diary again?
My mom entered the room cautiously, and I quickly closed the diary, throwing it among the textbooks. Just some thoughts. For some reason my voice was trembling, apparently the shock had partially let go of me.
Okay, I won't bother you, I'll probably go make lasagna.
Yes, thank you. My voice trembled from the unexpected appearance of my mother and memories of that wardrobe. I looked at the wardrobe and it seemed to be looking back at me. Its shadow was eager to swallow me up, leaving me with no chance of survival. I stumbled to my bed, my legs giving way. The day had been tough, and I still had to deal with that stupid math. As soon as I sat on the couch, problems started to engulf me. For some reason, negative thoughts filled my mind, and positive ones sank under their influence. I looked back at the wardrobe, but its shadow didn't fall on me, and it was a relief, I don't know why. The day didn't start well. I woke up to my neighbor's chatter outside my window. I put on my home clothes and went out into the corridor. Mom was clearly worried, she looked at me and hurried to hug me. Did something happen? I asked, hoping for a negative answer and a chance to sleep for another minute.
2 of your classmates disappeared, Danny and Sam.
Mom said, showing me their photos on her phone. Apparently, they were their last photos. I mumbled something incomprehensible and thought about the wardrobe. What if it swallowed them? What if its massive shadow suffocated the boys? Maybe I was just lucky to survive? My mind was spinning with many thoughts, but they all eventually led to the assumption that the wardrobe had swallowed them. The next day wasn't any better. A police officer came to our class, and 3 girls from another class were found drowned in the river nearby. Mom allowed me to skip school for a while, and people stopped disappearing after the murder of the head of another parallel class. She was found mutilated near the entrance to her house, with an expression of horror on her face. She had clearly tried to resist. A week later, we started going to school as usual, but the wardrobe seemed more frightening every day. But that wasn't the most surprising thing. It turned out that one of the deceased boys, Sam, told his mother that someone was watching him from the wardrobe while he was sleeping. Now I didn't consider myself crazy, and I was genuinely afraid of the wardrobe. I was coming back from the store, thinking about those boys. They were just like me, but I was lucky.
Help! Somebody, please!
Suddenly, from the children's playground, I heard the cry of a 6 to 7-year-old boy. He was calling for help, and I ran to help him, leaving the groceries at the entrance of the house.
Entry number 13. Hello, readers. My name is Michael, and I am 13 years old. I have decided to write something important in my diary. The thing is, something is looking at me from the wardrobe. And recently, a 12-year-old boy disappeared. He was found dismembered at a children's playground. I'm scared, but it's okay. I think I'll continue writing in the morning. Good night.
You can listen to more stories on the Spooky Stories channel.